Okay. Pete's not home, so that's good. So loud.
I don't think anybody is going to be here for this joke.
Oh, I should probably tweet, huh?
Kingdom Hearts, more like Kingdom Farts. Oh my god. Scott,
What's up?
Red Dead Online came out.
Yep.
You can just lasso anybody.
Oh my gosh. Can you shoot them after you lasso them? Because I feel like I would just
Yes.
spend an
And
entire
they can
afternoon.
shoot you.
I feel like I'd just spend an entire afternoon lassoing them and then, like, like Cade 6, Ace of Spades shooting them.
Well,
Like,
me and
right in the
Elmer
head.
Fudd are going to play tonight, and what I'm going to do,
Oh,
I'm going to be
no.
like, hey, buddy, get up on a ridge with a sniper rifle. I'll lasso them, and then when they get up, snipe them.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
The good old
my
double
God.
troll.
That's awesome.
We'll just rob people as they pass on the highway.
I'll say it for the show, but I played the other night
Alright.
with, and I got Ursa Furiosa. I've had that, but I haven't really used it. I've used that in Midtree, and so I did the old Call of Duty Riot Shield troll in a strike to Nokris.
Mm-hmm.
It was fucking hilarious.
Dude,
Like,
I've been
he's-
getting so much better at PvP the last couple weeks. It's been crazy.
Nice. It's still all struggles and pain for me. I was getting better for a while, and then I just stopped playing PvP because I didn't have time. And I was like, now it's just like I try to play. I'm like, oh fuck, I'm really getting rocked.
I clutch carried a countdown match with
Nice.
it's like it was legit a carry with Sanctuary and Monsters, and Monsters was fucking wasted. It was hilarious. But I had no, it was survival. I had 20 kills, and
Oh, no shit.
Monster had 3, and Sanctuary had maybe like 7. There was one match we won where somebody on our team had 0 kills. But I was like, I got 2 more annihilations last night. It's been nuts.
Hand went down 300 points.
Yeah, still lost a lot, but there were a couple
God
games where I
damn,
was just
dude.
like, I feel like a god. This is so good.
All right. Ready?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Born ready.
Hello. Nah.
Nah.
I don't know. Hey, howdy, y'all. Giddy up, partners. And welcome to the Red Dead, barely a Destiny thing that we're doing. It's
Barely a
all about
Red Dead
video
podcast.
games. Yep, who cares? Episode 96.
Whew.
I am your host, Det Ben Malone, and with me, we've got the standard cast. We've got Xanafan 711
What's
and
up?
Slapshot Scott. How you guys doing?
Hey, how's
Pretty
it
good.
going, guys?
Good.
Oh, it's
Camera
going
works this
okay.
week.
Yeah. Make sure that you watch us at twitch.tv/Xanafan711 every Friday at about 9 p.m. Eastern.
Somewhere
Only-
usually between 9 and 9:30.
My daughter was just screaming like 2 seconds ago, so
Yeah.
Sorry. Hashtag parent duties.
yep, that's the way it goes. Hey, band of the week this week is Safer Waters. You can find them at saferwaters.bandcamp.com. Heavier than what we normally play, but still in the same vein. Again, got to give a big ups to them. Love it. If you want your band to be on the show, send us an email. Send it to barelydestinyshow@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter at barelyads. And you can just actually email us or DM us anything that you want us to talk about on the show. Anything that you think would make this show more entertaining for you to listen to. You could also jump into our Discord or join the clan by going to barelyads.com. That's our website. You can do all the things that I previously mentioned. Get in that Discord. Hang out. We just started an LFG tonight for Red Dead Online
Dope.
because that's awesome.
We got a posse yet.
Hashtag giant posse.
Is that what they call it? Is that what
Yes.
they call it in Red Dead? They don't call
Yeah,
it
it's
a
your
fire
posse.
team?
It's your posse.
My Red Dead Fire team.
Oh, you played a little bit of that real quick. Can you be like, how's the customization for your character?
It can be very in depth, but everyone looks like a caricature, and they're all ugly as hell. The
Oh.
best looking teeth are horrible looking teeth.
It's because it's the Old West, man. It's gritty.
Yeah.
It's gotta be gritty.
I made, like I said, either a Mexican or Native American, and I made a Mexican guy. Got a ponytail, big old mustache.
Nice.
And one of the first, like the very first mission, I rode out, killed some banditos, and took that sombrero, and was like, my outfit is complete.
I'm just picturing it's like Danny Trejo.
No,
'Cause
my
the
dude is
ponytail
scrawny.
and the mustache.
So scrawny. Scrawny Danny Trejo, and I don't wear a shirt, but I have suspenders on.
Oh, you can go shirtless?
Yeah. Okay. While we're on the subject, pro
That's
tip.
fantastic.
When you make your character, make sure that you're wearing as many layers of clothing as possible, because that sets your permanent outfit. And then when I went to go swap my outfit later, I don't even own a shirt.
Oh, so you're gonna have to buy a shirt?
Yeah. If I want to wear a shirt, I have to buy one.
Wow.
So don't make him just wear a lot of clothes and take it off like after the first like 3 missions.
It's a good pro tip.
Yeah.
What if can you just like go skin an animal and use the pelt for your shirt?
You have to either
There's no
craft it. I
you
think,
can in
right?
the story mode. I don't think there's a trapper in the online yet.
I forget if somebody was that Fudd talking about like skinning wolves and just wearing the bloody pelts as like for Red
Oh
Dead?
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's
Me and
awesome.
me and Fudd are way into the hunting.
It's so fucking metal,
Yeah.
dude.
I just
love-
kill what I see as I'm like going places.
Oh my god, I can't wait to get in there tonight and play and just go into the mountains with my buddy and be like, we're gonna go hunting.
Yeah.
Just be sitting there doing nothing up in the mountains. Oh, it's
Yeah.
gonna be fantastic.
Oh, I got it. I was doing this like side quest thing, and then it wasn't active because it was nighttime. So I tried to rob a house, and I kept thinking like I kept hearing a bear. I'm like, where the fuck is this fucking bear? And of course, after I finally finish everything and go to leave, I found the bear, and he did some damage to me before I was able to get free. Like I almost died. I had to pop some potions while I was doing it and like spam circle, but I killed it. I had to shoot it like 8 times, but I killed it. So,
That's awesome.
yeah, dude.
iTunes reviews. No new ones, but you can leave us iTunes reviews 5 stars only because this is a 5-star podcast.
Yes, it is.
Other than that, what's been going on, guys? I feel like it's been so long since we've really sat down.
Yeah, it's been. Yeah, I mean, I played a bunch of Red Dead yesterday, but other than that, I've been playing just comp. And for me, the mountaintop quest has been relatively easy. So I'm pretty stoked about that.
Gee, I wonder why. Is it because you were like the master of fighting lions before that?
Yeah, and I used to play the game too. So I'm actually a quarter of the way done with my calculated trajectory medals.
I haven't been doing too much. Just a ton of work and, with the holidays and all that kind of stuff. Been playing a shitload of Destiny 2 and Gambit. I think I'm finally 6 out of 11 towards that Dredgen title.
Oh.
So I'm working on that. And I keep trying to get the Army of One for invading. And it's just I got like one of them because the team was really bad, and I figured out if you invade and it's a really bad team,
Mm-hmm.
they're all grouped up like trying to like stand in a circle and shoot the primeval usually before the wizards are taken down, which is perfect. Like as soon as I see that, I kind of start drooling and I'm like, oh, this is gonna be good. I never invade without heavy or super, but I haven't run into any other teams that have been that bad that have allowed me to get that. So it's been tough going with that because it's the only one I'm really concerned about other than the RNG. You know, get the Sphero, get the Ghost.
Yeah, just play a
I'm
lot of
working-
Gambit.
Ton of Gambit. I started working on the Pinnacle weapons for Vanguard strikes and Gambit. Probably start that one tonight.
Fluffy did it in a day.
Get the fuck out of here! Did he
The
really?
Gambit
Holy
one?
No,
shit.
the strikes one, the fusion
Oh,
rifle.
Wow.
He found a strike that they could get through. I can't remember which one he said it was, but they could do it in 6 minutes.
Dude, we ran Warden of Nothing with like all the modifiers jacked up. We had myself, Terry, Vox, and Jordan Bada Boop from my clan. We ran that the other night, and we racked up. I think it was like 142,000 and change,
Yeah.
and we just steamrolled the whole fucking strike. Like it's one of those strikes where if you use the right modifiers, it doesn't matter. You're just gonna go through and murder everything.
Yeah.
Um,
Myself,
So that was
Narwolf,
good.
and Squid have been running 100k Nightfalls occasionally, and some of them we've gotten to the point where we're like, okay, well, this is a 200k run. I think our highest
Yeah.
is like 171,000 on
I could
something.
see that, man.
On
like
Warden
with
of Nothing, on the Warden one.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I could see that because we were trying for the one for the 100k, but like we were probably halfway through the strike and we're pushing like 150, 160. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
And then I don't actually think we got to the point where they were taking away points on that one. I think we might have just hit the 140. We did the Corrupted a couple weeks ago, and we got to the boss room. We were at the boss room at 140,
hmm
and we started losing points, and we were gonna make it, but we all there was a well placed, I guess we'll call it, taken Minotaur that took out one of the last people on the fire team, so we got kicked to orbit, and that happened several times. Wasn't always the same taken. It was a different one, but
Oh.
that was frustrating. So
Yeah.
I think other than that, I was telling you guys earlier on the in pre-show, I played. I got Ursa Furiosa a couple weeks ago, and I had Mid-Tree Sentinel almost unlocked. Like I think the first, like 90% into the first thing.
Yeah. You can
And
actually
we were
use
playing-
any of the trees, and it still works. Just so
Dude,
you know.
It's nuts because I was telling, like I said, I was doing the Call of Duty Riot Shield Troll to Nokris and Nokris Strike. I just popped my super, put the shield up, and stood in front of him,
Uh huh.
and it just kept generating super. Meanwhile, like Jordan and Terry are like tethering and just repeatedly Nova bombing him.
Yeah.
So it was pretty good. I think that's pretty much it. I'm gonna start more rating. More rating is gonna be going on hopefully soon. I know my clan just did a. I don't want to call it a carry because the dude did pull his weight, but they basically took a guy who's never been in a raid before with no mic because he's got kids sleeping. The same as one of our guys, James. James is notorious for being able to type and PSN message on his phone, or we had a whole emote system worked out for him for yes and no questions during the raid because he's got 5 kids and when they're sleeping he can't be on mic. Which they're always asleep when he plays because James lives in Scotland.
Oh, shit.
So James and a bunch of my other guys from my clan basically geared up and took this dude who asked for help on the Destiny 2 PS4 Facebook page through a raid, no mic. I think they actually had 2 members of the team with no mic. And dude got his clear for Argos. They're supposed to be running Leviathan with him tonight and then doing the Whisper quest tomorrow night. So it's been pretty good.
Cool.
I saw my first meatball.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, did you?
You saw it, he said. So that means you didn't kill it, doesn't it?
Did I? Did I tell
No.
you guys I finally fucking killed the meatball in Gambit?
Well, congratulations. I didn't.
Yeah.
We lost our
Dude.
first match, and then we were like whooping ass the second round because we all just used our supers at the beginning and kept like regenerating them. And we're starting to do good, and then we lost a bunch of motes. the other team pulled their primeval, but we're still really close, and one of our guys drops.
Oh no.
And I see the meatball, and we're like melting it so fast. And then they come over, invade, and kill us a bunch. And then we lost.
Oh man.
Dude,
Heartbreaking.
So close.
We
And
had a
also,
similar-
the guy I was playing with, I was with my buddy, and he was playing using his phone as the screen
What?
through like some weird screen share thing. He's like, yeah, I'm playing with a controller, and like my phone is the monitor.
Oh
That's
wow.
really weird.
Technology. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And I'm just
we
like-
had yeah, go ahead.
That's crazy. Like, we almost won with all those handicaps.
Dude, we had a similar thing happen last week, maybe 2 weeks ago. I forget what it was. We were playing Gambit most of the night, and it was like me, Sire, Gray Fox, and Irish Hammer, who's one of our Gambit like ringers for our clan. So we're rolling all night. We're like kicking ass and stuff. Finally, we get the fucking meatball, and we just barely get edged out for it. And so at that point, everybody's pissed, and they're just like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going to bed. So they all leave, and I'm like, no, I'm so fucking livid right now. I can't sleep, and I have to stay up for work to reset my clock for work anyways. So I solo queued for probably about an hour after they all left, and it was fucking soul crushing. It was the worst. I got the ever living shit stomped out of me because I was trying to get both to reset the infamy and also to get the meatball, and I'm just like, man, this is terrible. Like, I was trying to get the infamy reset. I didn't think I could get the meatball. Keep in mind, this was a full curse week, so out of nowhere, second round of this match, you know, I'm with Blueberries, and we're barely hanging on. This other team isn't banking or doing anything. They're doing nothing, and I can't figure out why. They invaded a couple times, but that was it. I'm like, this is really weird. So, I'm like, well, you know, whatever. And then all of a sudden, the meatball spawns, and I hear it, and I'm like, oh shit, we're way ahead. Like, they haven't banked any moats at all. This other team is just invading. I think they're just farming for kills for the Army of One medal. I'm like, all right, like, this is it. They're not going to try and fucking beat us, so we have to burn it down within time. And I think we got down to a minute and a half because these dudes just kept coming over and murking us with Thunderlord, or like a shotgun. And I couldn't, you know, I would like turn and try to stop them, but I was more concerned with burning down the primeval because the Blueberries I was with apparently didn't have thumbs. They didn't know to shoot the wizards first. So I had to kill the wizards first, had to then kill the other wizard, then try and kill the primeval as fast as I could with no super and invaders at my back. I pretty much soloed it, and it was infuriating. But thankfully, I got melting point off, and there was one hunter who kind of knew what he was doing. He blade barraged it at the last second, and we brought it down. I think we had a minute and a half to spare. But it was infuriating and soul crushing. But that meatball kill was just like, thank fucking God, I'm done with that.
I need to kill the meatball.
Dude,
Oh, well.
it becomes a fucking white whale, dude. It really does. Because every time that's happened, I just get so mad. I'm just like, no, I'm gonna kill this fucking meatball.
I'm just picturing like Moby Dick seeing the meatball now, the meatball rising out of the sea. I'll get ye, meatball. Hey, Steve, what's up with the TWAB?
The TWAB? All right. Well, we got two things. First, if you didn't know, on Tuesday for Black Armory comes out. And
That's gonna be pretty hype.
the raid comes out on the 7th, and it's in the city.
I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
It's called Scourge of the Past. There's
Ooh.
hints that it might be a part where you are on your sparrows. The power's going up to
Yes.
650. And the soft cap is staying at 500, so it's still going to be kind of a slow grind, like the end of Forsaken. But if you're under 550, you should expect to see prime engrams more frequently and receive higher power bumps to help reach the endgame levels. And they're going to just basically stay consistent with how it was in Forsaken. And then, does it say when? I think update around December 18th is when we're going to get that Veterans of the Hunt bundle that they promised, which is like 2 exotic emotes, a bunch of consumables, a shader, and an emblem. So there's that. Then we also just got an update, and they changed a bunch of stuff for supers and some armor in the sandbox. So I'm just going to blast through this real quick. Chaos Reach. They fixed an issue in which having multiple Chaos Reach beams active at one time caused their visual effects to merge together. They fixed an issue to allow Chaos Reach beams to penetrate friendly banner shields. They fixed an issue in which Chaos Reach did not damage taken blights. And then they put a note, changes to the Chaos Reach cancellation will come with update 2.1.1 on the 4th. And that's the one where it's you'll get appropriate amount of super back if you cancel it early. Nova Warp, they fixed an issue in which Nova Warp would sometimes fail to detonate on release. Nerf, please. Sentinel, they fixed an issue in which Sentinel shields and banner shields would lose energy when guarding near friendly detonations, most notably Thunder Crash. Spectral Blades, they retuned the Spectral Blade Super to increase the reliability of melee attacks in PvP and to bolster the effectiveness of super stealth capabilities. And with that stupid chest piece, that thing is basically broken. Watts on DCP said she went an entire round of survival in her super.
Is that Gwynson vest, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, I heard about that.
Burning Maul and Thunder Crash, they adjusted the camera shake and screen flash to prevent people getting motion sickness. Yeah.
No wonder nobody's using that super.
Yeah.
Oh
For
my god.
exotic armor, they fixed an issue in which Ophidian Aspects was not increasing the melee range on various Warlock charged melees. They fixed an issue in which buffs granted by Lunafaction boots would last for only 15 seconds inside Well of Radiance rather than the entire duration. And they adjusted Ursa Furiosa so that super gain from guarding is more consistent between PvE and PvP. It was a nerf to PvP and a buff to PvE, basically. It's much harder to get your super back now. They adjusted Warden's Law. They replaced the perks because it was broken good with ones that don't make any sense. If you want more specifics, read that. It now has bullet contrails too. And they updated the intrinsic perk text. They made high impact scout rifles 3-tap. Rapid frame on shotguns now increases the reload of all shotgun shells when empty instead of just the first one. They nerfed trench barrel, so that
Moment of
sucks really bad.
silence.
Yeah,
For the Icolo shotgun, everyone.
I had it for less than a week.
Our dearly
still-
beloved Icolo shotgun.
I still don't have it.
The DPS that we have done in your name. The bosses we have melted. It's been nice knowing you. Amen.
So now you have to punch. You have to punch, shoot 3 times, punch, shoot 3 times. But there is, I guess, in the Vidoc they showed a different gun with trench barrel. So they nerfed trench barrel. They slightly increased the range on submachine guns. I fucking love this little buff. It has made, like, I now am more often successful than not when doing the backup and SMG, a shotgun rusher method. So that little bit of range has made it way less ridiculous with shotguns in the Crucible. They slightly increased the accuracy of machine guns, so Thunderlord's more accurate. And they slightly increased the damage of rapid fire fusions.
I'm all about that machine gun buff, man.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Love it.
They increased the damage of Prometheus Lens. They they fixed an issue with Hard Light where it could over penetrate an enemy banner shield, and they changed Ace of Spades. It's like, it feels more like how it should have felt originally, even though you get one less Memento Mori shot. Basically, if you get a kill while you have Memento Mori active and you reload, you get bumped back to 5 bullets. It just adds the 5 bullets instead. So you can probably...
You just keep it active.
Yeah, you can keep it active longer. There's a bunch of general fixes I'm just going to skip because they're about like specific animations and stuff like that. And all the seasonal stuff reset. Everything else we kind of knew about. So,
Is that the TWAB in the patch notes?
yes, that's the 12 in the patch notes. Oh, but there is one really cool thing to add about PC. And that's the /add friend, /remove friend, /invite, /join. You finally officially become a PC game.
You guys watch the Vidoc?
I did.
I did, man. That shader, that red and black shader that's on the armor, I need that. I need that bad. It's the only black and red based shader I've seen since D1, and I'm tired of all the white, gray, and silver based shaders. I need my black bases with the bright race car stripes.
It's all about
You gonna put it on your
Melchizedek's
Dead Orbit
Bramble.
armor?
What's that?
So you gonna put your all black shaders on your Dead Orbit armor?
I don't know, man. It honestly depends. We're not getting faction rallies back. That's one of the things that I did notice from the Vidoc. Not yet, at least.
Oh, you didn't see faction rallies on there anywhere?
No, there's no faction rallies that I noticed.
Oh,
But
that's
yeah.
good. They weren't really doing anything.
Yeah.
Also, no trials this season.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that as
Or
long
at least
as
not
it-
yet.
Yeah, they got like. I'm curious to see what they're gonna do with trials, right? Because everybody wants to go back to Trials of Osiris, the 3v3 elimination, and I don't know that that's like a great move.
Seriously, it should just be capture the flag. 3-on-3, capture the flag.
Yeah, but then you got to add in something for the like 3 versus 3 matchmaking versus 4v4. That could potentially be a disaster. Because
Why don't you just do?
thing? So,
Why don't they just do classic trials but with 4 people?
I was thinking that could be a thing. Honestly, you guys know me. I'm a fan of objective-based game mode. So if it was,
So it's countdown without the bomb.
I was gonna say if it was countdown the entire time, I'd be totally fine with that. I think that's what they're trying to do with the game mode this week, lockdown or whatever. You got to capture the two zones and then capture the third to like end the round. I'm wondering if because that's definitely going to go to comp. It's a 4v4 play mode. It's going to go to comp at some point. So I'm wondering if they're going to make that like the new trials or something.
I don't know. I don't see why they don't just be like, all right, trials is back, 4v4 though, and people are like, no, this sucks. And like, all right, 3v3. But I think map
Yeah,
size
but
has
you
something to
know
do with
what?
it.
It's one of those things where like everybody, there's a lot of people who have been just screaming about it not being enough, and it's like, the more I read the commentary from those people, it's people who have a very specific play style, whether it's one way or the other, and they're mad that their very specific play style is not being catered to. So, I mean, it is kind of one of those things where it's like, yes, they need to fix trials, but I think people are getting their hopes up in terms of what it's going to be.
Yeah.
Right?
I think
sorry, Steve. Go ahead.
And for me, Pipe Dream Trials, it needs to be an elimination, unlimited revives, objective game mode with loot that you can only get in trials.
So 4v4 elimination.
But have an objective. Like, capture the
No,
flag
screw
is
the
the
objective.
easiest one. You can still win by kills, but like, I think there needs to be an objective.
I want CTF in 6v6.
Capture the flag, seriously. But I think the most important
Also-
part is the loot that you can only get in trials.
This is just a side tangent. Bungie, give us Blood Gulch.
I'm sure they could probably get the rights from Microsoft for that, right?
No, I mean,
No.
you just do
That's
a
not
knockoff of
happening.
it.
Just
You
do a
just do a
knockoff?
knockoff. Oh my god. You talked about capture the flag, and I was just remembering the good old days of the Warthog, CTF, Blood Gulch. Um, yeah, the Vidoc, I don't know. It showed a lot of cool stuff, but it's all stuff that we've kind of known for a long time. The biggest thing, I think, was the timeline,
Yeah.
which is like a ton of stuff. It's basically all the content is being stretched out.
Yeah. But the important stuff comes immediately. The more repeatable stuff.
The forges are unlocking over time. You guys cool with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I honestly, like I said, man, I missed the live stream because I was, busy. I was sleeping. It was busy at work the night before, so I was trying to get in as much sleep as I could. What do they mean like over time? They mean one unlocks per month, or are we just gonna
It's-
be like standing around waiting for them to unlock? Like,
No,
There's,
same
like-
same as it's been, where you get like if you go visit Mara every time she's there, there's more story. Like
Okay.
and there's like
oh yeah, okay, yeah. I did that the other night. It's weird, man. They had a conversation, and I'm like, oh, they're definitely talking about Cade 6, and then Ghost is like, he killed our friend. I'm like, oh, they're not talking about Cade 6. This is getting weirder.
I thought of it like this today after looking at the schedule. I was like, this is Bungie's releasing content in a way that's beautiful for people that make podcasts about Destiny. Because
Yeah.
literally every single week something is happening.
yeah. Well, I mean, the curse stuff is going to continue, I'm sure. And then you've got now 3 forges, a new raid, and
Iron
like,
Banner.
Iron Banner. There's what you've got. The Dawning is coming.
Yeah,
There's-
there's like every week there's just like a new thing. Even if like the content release isn't something that week,
Yeah.
it'll be like a seasonal event or like Iron Banner or something like
Right.
that.
Well, the last word quest isn't until later.
Yeah, like that's one of the weeks is just like, okay, now you can all get last word.
Yeah. Which
I
I
don't know.
That's fun.
It's pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna be one of those people that just kind of like waits for like the end and does everything.
yeah. Which what
I've
do you
already-
guys think last word's going to be like?
Awesome.
Do you think it's going to be a 180, or do you think they're going to give it its own rate of fire?
I don't know, man. Fanfire.
It
Yeah.
has to.
It has the fanfire. I don't know if they're gonna make it like. I think they're gonna do like its own thing, honestly, because
If-
they've been doing that. Like if you look at it, submachine or machine guns. They brought the first machine gun that they brought out was Thunderlord, right?
Yeah.
That's in a class of its own right now, and that's in a way it's kind of allowing them to test the waters on based on that and say like, how does this play in PvE and PvP? How are we going to balance
Yeah.
for it? How are we going to change it? Stuff like that. And there's only one out there, and it's exotic, so they can technically do whatever they want to it.
Yeah. They have to hit
And-
the major points that make it what it is, though. Like, it has to
Yeah.
fan fire, it has to be accurate from the hip, and it has to shoot really fast and have a cool reload animation. Those are
Well,
the
they've-
things that it has to have. All the other parts don't matter that much.
Do you remember when we were pipe dreaming about Destiny and we're like, what if there is a Tex Mechanica vendor?
Yeah.
And now there is.
Wait, there is?
There or will be. Sorry,
Yeah.
Oh, I got kind of excited about that. Shit.
but there's a bunch of Tex Mechanica stuff. They have like sparrows and crap like that. That still they look like bowls. Everything.
Yeah. I think
Kinda
I just
sweet.
got one. I got the hog fight today, this week. Fiery hog.
The hog
Oh,
is
is
where it's
that-
at.
Yeah.
That's the chopper.
Yeah, I was gonna say it looks like the Ghost Rider chopper. It's always on fire.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
You gotta cruise around in style with that bad biddy.
Ben, are you prepared to get just dunked on with last word on PC real bad?
Oh shit. Well, it's time to get good.
It's just gonna be like blah 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 all the time. Everybody.
Well, shotgun stopper.
yeah, yeah.
But
But it'll
people charging
also
you with shotgun just fanfire their butts off.
yeah, but people are also going to charge you with last word and like slide last word you
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Be a good old cowboy game. Red Dead. That's why they're doing it. Off the heels of Red Dead, they're like, we got to bring some cowboy back into Destiny.
Yeah.
Make
Ace is pretty
Destiny
close,
Cowboy
but
again.
We talked about it at the beginning, but I played Red Dead Online. I am curious to see what it's actually about. I just finished the story.
there's an online story.
Yes.
Oh,
Well, there's not like shouldn't say just finished the story. I just finished like the intro sequence, and now they're like, now you're in the open world. I did one mission with other people, and here's how this went.
Oh Jesus.
We have to ride and steal horses. Okay?
Okay.
That's all it is. It's the first mission. So I do it, and it match and makes me with 3 other people, and they're all on mic, like, what's your loadout? What do you blah, 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 blah. And one dude's like way higher level than us. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is going to be terrible. So I immediately mute all 3 of them. And then,
as you do.
No.
dude, you always, if you don't have a headset on, you mute everybody. I don't want to hear what they're doing. So we ride up, get into a shootout, steal these horses, and then on the way out, people are like ride dump trying to kill us, as they do in Red Dead when you're trying to escape a nefarious situation.
Yep.
And it just turns into the biggest shit show ever. Like, me and one other dude just take off. 2 of the other guys are behind. They're shooting everybody. So, like, the enemies are spawning behind us because it spawns behind the person furthest forward, which makes them spawn pretty much directly on top of our other 2 guys. So they're just getting bombarded with
God.
bullets. And then I like looked over for a second, looked back, and was off the path. So I tried to correct, slam into my own guy with my horse, go flying in the air, take like a bunch of damage when I hit the ground. He's on the ground too. And then I'm like trying to run to get back on my horse, and I get killed. He runs to try and revive me. He gets killed. Another dude shows up to revive us. He gets killed. So it's all left on one guy's shoulders to save us, and needless to say, he doesn't even show up. So then we fail. I restart the mission, and now there's 2 of us. So I'm like,
Oh,
okay, well, whatever. So we do the mission, and as we're riding away, I'm just like, screw this. I'm just going to ride. Almost kill my horse because I ran it out of stamina. And then because the whole time I didn't shoot anybody, I was about to die.
Yeah.
My other dude dies, and I'm just like, screw you, dude. I'm taking my horse to this thing, and I'm finishing this mission for us. So far, that's my Red Dead Online experience. I can't wait
Nice.
to get out there and lasso some strangers. That'll be fun.
Some PC, some like actual other people.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I got a horse, and I named it Brett Michaels.
Nice.
So
I
he's my rock of
finally.
love.
All right, so I'm still playing the single player, and I finally got to chapter 3. Yeah.
Steve, you got to name your horse Rock of Love.
Oh my God, I
So
will.
we can have Brett Michaels and Rock of Love.
I'm gonna play a female character too, probably. Can you play a female character?
You can.
All right. I lost my dude. I finally killed a horse. So I bought a new one, and it's a girl, so I named it My Dudette.
You know, I named my horse my dude.
Yeah, I've been doing that with stuff since
Since I saw that meme.
Monster Hunter World.
It's a great
Yeah.
meme. The money system in Red Dead Online is very stingy. You don't get like any money for anything.
Yeah, they're probably
And-
trying to counter what happened to GTA Online.
Well, it's a slow burn. It's a long game, and this is just the beta. But there's also gold, which is a separate currency that you can buy stuff with. So I'm thinking that's probably going to be the microtransactions. So that
Yeah.
way you can just buy money. But I don't know. There's a couple of different playlists. Like there's just general deathmatch. There's a battle royale.
Oh, yeah.
Wait,
but
in Red Dead, there's a battle royale.
yes, but it's bows and throwing knives only.
Oh, nice. And I heard it's a lot slower paced too. Like it's a very different battle royale.
God
So-
damn it.
I'm excited to get in there and mix it up.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to play this game, that's here right now in the live Twitch. I'm gonna be playing it directly after this. I'm gonna hop on and stream it. So make sure you stick around for that. There's a plug right in the middle of the show.
Do it.
Steve, you gonna play?
Maybe.
Just a little bit.
Yeah, maybe for a little bit.
You have on here Fallout 76 $5 in-game currency. Okay,
Yes.
this is just fun to talk about and but breeze through this.
Yeah.
Fallout 76. Everybody's displeased with this game.
Yeah.
There's a
How is it?
$200 version of this game that some people bought that was supposed to include a canvas duffel bag. When
Yes.
they received their $200 version, the canvas duffel bag was in fact a nylon duffel bag, which is worth way, 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 way less than a canvas one.
Right. And will probably rip and fall apart.
Yes.
Oh, God.
So, how does Bethesda compensate these people, but with $5 of in-game currency for Fallout 76?
Yep. Which is not even enough to buy like an outfit.
I love it. It's so hilarious. This game is becoming like
It's kind of a dumpster fire.
I was gonna say the whole thing so far has been a dumpster fire from everything because a bunch of my coworkers play it.
The
And
people
they're-
that play it like do enjoy it. Like people are still having
Yeah.
fun with it, but there's so much
Like, they-
wrong and so much hate towards this
Yeah,
game.
like they like it and they're like, it'll be great once they get all the shit sorted out. And I'm like, what do you mean? And they explain some of the stuff and they're like, wow, that sounds like a real dumpster fire. I don't want to hear anybody talking shit about Destiny because that is a million times fucking worse.
Yeah.
Um,
The game
that's-
barely
I-
works. That's the problem. Like Destiny
Dude,
had its
it's-
issues, but it was a working, like beautiful, optimized
I-
game.
I thought about
that's
this.
what I keep hearing. I keep hearing it keeps. There's one of my coworkers. I think he said he couldn't. It just kept crashing. He'd
Yeah.
try to load it, and the game itself would crash.
Do you remember when people would say that all of Destiny 1 was a beta?
Yeah.
They're like, Destiny 1 was just a beta. No, this is a beta.
Yeah. So
It's getting to meme levels, man. Like, it's really getting to meme levels.
yeah.
When you see NPCs doing a T-pose, come
Yeah,
on.
the animations like aren't all like they take a minute to render. Yeah, it's all bad.
No good. But what is good is that Anthem closed alpha signups are going on right now. You got any more information about that?
Go sign up at EA's website, and it's signups are done on the 3rd, December 3rd, which is what? That's a Monday or Tuesday. So by the time you're hearing this, if you're not here live, it's probably closed. And there's 2 days with 2 different time slots, and each day you can sign up for as many as you want on any platform, Xbox, PlayStation, PC. I signed up for Sunday on PC, so if you sign up on PC, hit me up. We'll go javelin
sad,
some
man.
things together.
I gotta go look and see what days that they're offering that and what my work schedule is because I'm probably working that weekend.
Yeah.
I had a dream about Anthem the other night because I was thinking about it so much. But I'm excited because I was kind of getting down on it because I was not a fan of Andromeda.
Mhm.
But I'm thinking when I would play Mass Effect 3's multiplayer,
Yeah.
that was such a ridiculously fun thing because it was all co-op. I was like, I'm fairly confident that they're just like, if that was their vision from the start, that they're going to make a really fun co-op game.
Yeah. Well, and to Andromeda's, to the point on Andromeda, like the gameplay itself felt fine. Like the combat felt fine.
Felt fine, but I thought it was boring.
Yeah, well, the game that's not to do with how the game, like how your character moves and stuff, though. Like how your that's what matters in a game. Like it's about mechs, right? So you have to be able to like shoot and move.
The
and do all
encounters
this-
were boring, but the combat was fine.
Yeah. So I think this is going to be. And you can tell from the videos it's a lot different.
I want that Mass Effect 2 level of combat, even though that's super heavily scripted.
Yeah. So
You want to get into some listener questions?
let's do it.
What are they brought to you by?
Oh, of course, they're brought to us by Cosmodrome Vodka.
You heard that first here, Serta Mattresses.
All right. Season's greetings from Cosmodrome Vodka. Yes, it's a bit early for seasonal celebration, but we've never been ones to let a calendar constrain our fun. We once famously celebrated April Fool's Day in August. That day was filled with dozens of safety violations, probably a death or two as well. But that's the past. Today we want to thank you for inviting one of our top representatives onto your show last week. It was an honor, and you should know that your ad reads are very on point, considering that our writing team is never on point. Speaking of writing, this week is a special vodka treat. We love Barely a Destiny Show and your friends who podcast as well, so we've listened into their shows this week and come up with a masterpiece, forged nut butter mousse cup vodka. Try to keep our secret Barely a Destiny Show. We snuck into one of the new Black Armory forges ahead of the release schedule so we could use their foundry for smelting, and we brought the finest ingredients. Justin's nut butter, which is an actual product found on shelves and not related to one of the most distinguished gentlemen in the cosmos. We tried to acquire his nut butter before we understood what the actual product was. He seemed a bit too happy to see us exploring there. Our traditionally distilled vodka, and a mousse cup from Italy. What is that, you might ask? It's an ice cream cup filled with mousse from the hair of 50 Italians. One Italian would have been enough, but we like to be overachievers. That's right, it needs to be used mousse and not fresh mousse. Otherwise, you don't get that lovely Venetian canal taste from the final vodka product. This product should be ready by the time Christmas rolls around, but we can't make any guarantees. Our legal team has informed us that we have to ask for consent before removing mousse from Italian heads. Oh well. In the meantime, Guardians, remember, in Season 5, Pinnacle Weapons grind you.
I like that. All right, our first question of the night comes from Fluffy Fingers, a medical doctor. He says, my kids were dicks tonight. Can I give them sacks of colored water and keep the Switch for myself for Christmas?
I have to
question the sacks of colored water.
Yes, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? Is that water balloons? Are you just trying to be absolute zero?
And like, did you not get is this another like Duck Duck Grey Duck situation in which people in Minnesota don't know that when you're bad you get coal? Not colored sacks of colored water.
Yeah, and it's not colored sacks of water, it's sacks of colored water.
I'm confused at the whole thing altogether. Like, what are the sacks of colored water like? If you want to teach them a lesson, you have to get their hopes up and then completely crush them. If we've learned anything from Dregden Yor and hope that, what is it? What does he say? He says hope dies first, or it's better when there's that bit of hope and then you just crush it. I forget what the exact phrasing was, but that's what he gets at when he's talking to his ghost in one of the Thorn cards, I believe it was. And,
so build them up. And then tear it all away.
You put the Switch under the Christmas tree in front, or you put the box under the Christmas tree in the front, right? And you just, that's what you write your kids' names on, and you put inside of it rocks.
Coal or sacks of colored water.
Coal is expensive, though, dude. Coal is expensive. So what you do is you just pick your garden variety rocks, put it in the box, and then you stick a Post-it note on the biggest, dirtiest rock, and say, "Next time, don't be a bunch of dicks." And then the actual Switch you placed next to your other gaming systems, you fully set it up, and you put a label with your name on it. And then when they look around, they're like, "Where's the Switch?" You just point over there and say, "Look, it's got my name on it. That one is mine. You should open your present."
But in all seriousness, you can set parental controls on a Switch so that it just stops working after a certain amount of time.
Give them 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Not even 10. Give them
Chris and the
set it for 5 if you can, the shortest amount of time, and then be like, "Here you guys go," and then they play, and it just stops, and you're just like,
it
you
gets to the
asshole.
title screen and then shuts off.
Yeah.
Chris in chat says just give them the Switch with no cables, so when it dies they can't charge it.
I love that.
It lasts a while though, 3 or 4 hours. You can
Well,
just
he's
set
gonna
it to
have to play it first, then
yeah.
Make
wear
it's
that
safe.
battery down. Once you see low power, that's when you give it to him.
There you
Gorilla
go.
Golf wants to know. He says, "Do you prefer the edge pieces or the center pieces of brownie?"
The
It
center.
depends.
Yeah, it's
I
the
think
center.
It's the center.
It depends on. I like the edge pieces, but it depends on the brownies for me.
No,
Scott, I'm very passionate about this.
me too.
The edges, yeah, they're fine, but I usually leave them like a 4-year-old leaves a pizza crust. You know what I mean? I eat
Yeah.
most of it. I don't get that crusty ends.
You gotta have
You gotta get the
soft
center
parts,
because it's
the
the
better.
gooeyest.
Yeah.
The ends
The
are
goo.
crunchy. I love the crunchy.
No,
Eat
the
a
crunch
cookie,
is
then.
reserved for just the very, very tippy top where the little cracks in the brownie happen,
Yeah.
where the magic's made. That's it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, it's a big ball of chocolate goo.
Yep.
You guys are heathens, man.
Heathens. Ugh.
Chat.
Heathens.
Chris, your vote doesn't count.
Yeah. We're just gonna say it right now. Chris and Scott, you're just both wrong. This is a center of the Brownie podcast.
Ugh.
Fine. You know what? Me and Chris will start our own podcast with blackjack and hookers.
It's called the Corner Cross Podcast. Elmer Fudd wants to know, asks, if you could legally change your name to anything, what would it be?
I think we may have talked about this before, but I should have been named after my dad, and I wasn't, and I would just change it to that.
Xerxes.
Xerxes.
I don't know. Carl Jr.
I mean, I guess Zer, because then I really couldn't disappoint anyone.
First name Zer. Middle name
Anymore?
Agent of the Nine.
I mean, Zer's already got pretty low expectations from everybody. Oh, would actually lower the bar for me.
Yeah, I don't think I would change my name.
I'll change mine to Bender Bending Rodriguez. That's
If I ever had to change my name, I'd change my last name to Malone.
That's a good one. We actually talked about changing last names when we got married from my actual real last name to either a combination of mine and my wife's or just wife's. You know, because it's long in Italian and there's a bunch of family drama that goes with that. We opted not to because we figured there's more decent in my family for last name than there are, you know.
You were almost Scott Portobello. Gearedhead wants to know. He says, Pokemon Red/Blue, which version did you play and which Pokemon did you start with? Did I have Blue?
I think you had red.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I had blue.
I don't remember. I remember I had that and then Yellow after you stopped playing Yellow.
Yeah. What did you start
think-
with?
What, the opposite of what you had?
Oh, so I started with Squirtle. So you picked Charmander.
Yes, definitely. Because I was like,
Solar
Bulbasaur,
Titans
I
from
never
Star,
pick
baby.
because he's horrible.
Bulbasaur's actually really fucking good.
I hate Bulbasaur. He's fat and stupid. He's a terrible Pokemon. Scott, did you play those as a kid?
I think my younger brother had them, and I played it briefly because he's like, "Hey, this game is pretty awesome. I just finished it. You should try it." So I borrowed his Game Boy because I didn't have a Game Boy, and I played. I think it was the red version, and it started out. I'm like, well, let's see. You can have this plant guy, this water guy, or this fire guy. I think fire is the best out of the three, so I'm gonna choose that one.
Sunbreaker through and through. 15 years
Yeah.
ago.
That's pretty much actually, yeah. It was like that. I was like, yeah, fire. I like fire.
Fire. Yeah. So those are our starters, and that's the versions that we played. Gorilla Golf wants to know, what holiday music do you actually enjoy hearing? If you're big into it, what is your favorite song? Mine is The
man.
Little Drummer Boy with Bing Crosby and Bowie.
That's the version that exists.
I guess.
The only Christmas music I enjoy is the cool jazz versions of Christmas songs.
Yeah.
Just make it sound like Miles Davis, and I'm just like, yes. Like anything that you would be in the Charlie Brown Christmas special.
Yeah.
So like Michael Bublé.
Oh, maybe.
I don't know. I've never listened to Bublé. Mr. Michael.
Yeah. Trans-Siberian Orchestra is all right. It's not bad. I won't like cringe and want to turn it off, you know?
All right, so um, for Christmas music, man, when I was working years ago in a call center, we had like hold music that was Christmas, and it switched over the first day of December. It was awful. Made me want to kill myself even more because working there was just terrible. The one most awesome thing that could have happened all day when I was on hold for 15 minutes was "Run Run Rudolph" by Chuck Berry came on, and I was all about that. I was like, "Fuck yeah!" This year
Nice.
it's kind of weird. I think having a kid and all, it's like bringing back memories. So like a lot of the classic Christmas music, like Sinatra and Dean Martin, some of the older like Rat Pack type, like the crooners, those
Yeah.
guys. I love the Elvis Christmas carols. There's a lot of doo wop stuff. That's cool too. And then, of course, I actually played this to my kid the other day, and he immediately started dancing and then running in circles, and I was real proud. I was like, "That's my boy." The Bad Religion Christmas album was pretty fucking awesome. Uh, they do a bunch of Christmas carols, and they do them like Bad Religion style. It's awesome.
Nice.
So yeah, anything that's like a punk rock Christmas carol. At one point, I actually had a fucking playlist of like the 10 most punk rock, like original Christmas carols, not like covering Jingle Bells or whatever. I think the number one. It was me and a couple friends put it together, and I think the number one was "Merry Christmas, I Fucked Your Snowman" by the Showcase Showdown.
There's Real Big Fish has an album called Happy Scala-Days.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's a fun one to listen to if you want to be funny about it. Grandma got run over by a reindeer, and
Less
they
Than
call
Jake
it
did that
Little
too, yeah.
Drummer Boy.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's Christmas music.
Yep.
Momentous says waffles or pancakes, and why?
Oh man.
Waffles.
Waffles.
This one's a tough one for me. I love breakfast food. Normally I go waffles, but if you're doing like any sort of not toppings, but like, blueberry or chocolate chip or raspberry chocolate chip for the pancakes, man, I gotta go pancake.
But you could still do
Uh,
that with the waffle.
But it's
My-
not as good with the waffles.
Disagree.
I like waffles
Yeah,
because
you're wrong. It's okay to disagree. You're still wrong.
there's the best part of a pancake is that top crisp layer right there. That just the cooked part. And
Yeah.
waffles give you more of that.
Yep. And it's just pockets for your syrup.
I talked about it on this podcast, though. My favorite thing was those pancakes, the Bananas Foster's pancakes.
Yes. That shit is
my God.
fantastic. If you have anything
And the only
that's
thing that would
like-
make it better would be a waffle.
I could do a pancake between two waffles.
All right. I could do a McGriddle right now.
Hmm.
I'm feeling it. Laz wants to know, our Switch is coming tomorrow and we already have Zelda. What other game should we get for the Switch?
Well, knowing
I don't have
Laz,
a Switch.
and Laz likes Kingdom Hearts.
Bloodborne.
I don't think it's even on the Switch. Get Octopath Traveler.
Dark Souls.
That might be coming to Switch, actually. I think it is.
Diablo.
Diablo 3, yeah, that's a good one. But I also
Diablo 2.
recommended the Celeste and the Messenger. I haven't played them myself. I plan on playing them, but those are supposed to be really good indies. Celeste got nominated for Game of the Year, right?
Yes. Hey. Oh fuck! What is it called? There's a game coming to PlayStation Plus for the Vita that's cross-buy for the PS4. So if you have a Vita, you can download it. Iconoclast.
Okay.
That's a really fuck. I forget who makes it.
Is it on Switch?
It's a really good game. You should get it. No, it's not on Switch. But I just whatever, man. I don't play that
Laz,
Nintendo.
buy a Vita and get Iconoclast. That's what you should get for your Switch.
No, yeah, just so you can get PS Plus and get one. Iconoclast. Who makes it?
I don't know. Yeah, Octopath Traveler would be probably the big one for you to get. Square Enix game. It's like a JRPG with 8 different storylines.
Oh, it is. Iconoclast is on the Nintendo Switch. So there you go. Suck it.
Get it on Switch. Iconoclast.
There's got to be better stuff on Switch. I mean, Mario Odyssey, people thought was Game of the Year last year.
Yeah.
So you get that.
Yeah, Mario Odyssey is supposed to be good.
Crash Bandicoot.
Yep. There's a lot of good RPGs.
Really?
I don't know. Is Crash Bandicoot? I'm throwing out games at this point.
I don't know. I don't think Crash is on Switch.
No, Crash is a Sony property.
Mario Party's supposed
Crash-
to be good. Smash Brothers comes out
No,
in like
Crash
a week.
Bandicoot is on the Switch.
Oh,
Is it
well, there you go.
really? Wow. Surprising.
Is Spyro on there? Hey, by the way, Jay, if you're listening, it's Spyro, not Spyro. Spyro is a Pokemon.
Oh my god.
Just had to throw that little jab in there.
Yeah.
Love you, buddy. I don't think it is coming on Switch.
No.
So no Spyro. The dragon.
I played a little bit of that at a friend's house the other day. It's really visually good.
What, Spyro?
Yeah, the new one.
Spyro? The dragon?
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to do one better right here. That was me looking up games. Here are games that you should get. Legend of Zelda, you already have it. Mario Odyssey, Mario Kart 8, Splatoon 2, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Ooh, Pokemon.
Yeah. Well,
Get that.
Pokemon Let's Go is like red and blue. But
It's yellow.
Yeah, it's yellow, but with
Red and
Pokemon
blue-
Go
no,
mechanics.
It's purple. Red and blue makes purple.
I know what it
Oh.
is. This is the game. If I got a Switch, I'm not even kidding you. This is the game that I would get. Skyrim.
Skyrim.
Yep.
Yeah. Buy Skyrim for the 7th time on Switch.
And Hollow Knight.
Yeah, Hollow Knight's on there. Undertale.
Wolfenstein, the new Colossus.
Oh yeah, Doom is on the Switch too.
Yeah, Doom's on the Switch.
People are like, "Wow, okay,
Wow. Dead Cells.
yeah, Dead Cells."
That's a good one that you could play. There's a lot of stuff on here, man.
Yeah, but there's
I
a
like
ton
how-
of JRPGs too, and I know you like that kind of stuff. Les.
Yes. Jersey RPGs. That's what it's from. All right. I think that's the show. That's all the questions that we have.
It is.
So remember, you can find the show on Twitter at BarelyADS or go to our website, BarelyADestinyShow.com. Send us stuff. We like to read your things. Thank you, everyone who asked a question tonight.
Oh, yeah.
We really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere at Ben Malone, and I'm going to be streaming Red Dead right after this. So don't go anywhere. Just stay here. And we'll just host me or something.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I just have to grab my PlayStation and turn it on.
Man.
All right,
sure,
Steve,
for
where
sure.
can people find you?
You can find me everywhere at Xanafan711. And real quick, if we have the 100th episode coming up soon. If you want to like send us something, you can send us a video. We can figure out how to play that. Audio clip. If you just want to post a question, anything like that, DM me directly for that. I'm trying to do something special for the other dudes, and it's going to be mostly a surprise. So, and also hit me up with your favorite moments from the first 100 episodes. So, I have 2 submissions already, and they're definitely good ones. Yeah, looking forward to that in 5 weeks. It's coming up quick.
Excited. Scott, where can people find you?
You can find me everywhere at Slapshot Scott. The O's are zeros. The Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Shout out as always to my clan IAP and the Bads community. And guys, I just got the scoop from Fluffy Fingers MD. He's in chat. He said the colored sacks of water.
Sacks of colored water.
Yeah, sacks of colored water. It's something that his dad did to him as a kid. So.
But what is it?
Yeah, he
what
didn't actually
sack are
answer
you
that.
putting this in?
I don't
It doesn't
know,
answer why. What? Fluffy, I don't know what they do in this half Canada that you live in. A Ziploc, that's a sack? Maybe like a weed sack, but that's it.
Oh, man.
Oh my god.
A Ziploc with water and food coloring. We cried. Then we got real presents after the tears. And that's what we're gonna.
They didn't even do anything. He just like, here's some colored sacks of water, guys. Have fun.
It's
I
like when
wouldn't
we
call it a
trolled my
sack.
dad the other like, was 2 Christmases ago, right? We
That felt really bad. That felt really bad.
we gave him a PlayStation box with a book and some socks and stuff like that in it. And had
He was
the
like, "You guys got me a PlayStation," and then I was like, "Ha ha ha ha," and he was just like, "Oh, okay." And then I was
and
like,
then
"Oh,
we were
I feel
like,
horrible."
no, but we really did get you a PlayStation.
Yeah, but it was just like I made my dad so sad.
Yeah, and then immediately super happy. And he probably plays his PlayStation more than I play mine anymore. It's crazy.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's it. Remember, you can never have good teeth in Red Dead.
Yeah. Be the light you want to see in others, everybody.
Okay.
Let's clap.
I'm gonna stop recording, but don't go anywhere, Twitch.
Are we not going to clap?
Oh, yeah, but don't Twitch.
Yeah, Twitch.
Hang
stay
out
here.
for a second. 1, 2, 3. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab my PlayStation, then we're gonna pop this host over to my channel. So I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave this call though.
All right, dude. Why am I? We're done recording. Why am I typing in the chat? Big Scott on the screen right now.
Why?
But yeah,
Nobody wants to see that.
it's a good thing we post this show other places so you can listen or watch it later. You know. So Scott is huge indeed. Scott, you can talk. They can hear you.
Oh, I know. I'm just laughing too hard.
Oh my
I
God.
needed this after this fucking shit.
Yep.
Too much time spent on the internet and not for fun things. It's just
Oh, Nikki's here at the end as well. It was a good show.
yeah.
Definitely. I don't know why. It's just Scott. I love it.
This is how Steve drives people away from his channel. He just streams sitting here.
Just huge Scott.
Yeah.
So, oh man, I got a lot of podcasting this week. 3 this weekend, I think.
That is a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Is that new project you were talking about?
No, I'm guesting on 2.
Oh, nice.
And then, yeah, I took an extra day off, and I was like, I have an extra day off so I have 3 days off in a row. So I'm like, I'm gonna work on episode 100 stuff.
Nice, man. That's awesome.
Nikki's like, Zanny, you look different. Right?
It's amazing what a shape will do.
Oh, we are, Fluffy? All right. Oh, it's going to be a drunk fest? Okay.
Oh, no.
Sounds good. I'm in. Oh, I can switch it to me. Now you got me. But back to Scott. If I double click it. Oh, there you go. You right, Chris.
Alright. Is this fucking thing done? Please be done saving. Where am
Hanging out for the post show. Every day is Saturday?
I wish. No, actually, I don't wish because I work some Saturdays and those are truly awful. Because those Saturdays were there's either nothing going on, so struggle to stay awake, or it's completely just hammered because the people we handed off from like broke everything and then left.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Super fun.
A chin sweater, Nikki.
That sounds mildly.
Yep, I'm uploading my audio right now.
Yeah, I gotta do that. Folder is.
My chin sweater is getting pretty big. I like it.
You've survived episode 90.
You love this? Or just the post show, just sitting. Yeah, Ben's getting his PS4, and we're gonna raid him playing Red Dead Online. Oh, I was just killing time. This is post show. Barely Destiny super secret live on Twitch post show.
Exclusive Twitch content for people.
Yeah, it's just chatting. We're just hanging out, you know.
I'm stretching because my back is all fucked up. That's what having a kid does to you.
Never post showed. I mean, we are vamping a little bit for Ben, but yeah. Yeah, guess so. Bads After Dark.
Oh boy, we're going that way, huh? I need to apply a voice changer. Then I can't. Some of the stuff that I say can and will be used against me in a court of everything. So.
In a court of everything.
Yeah, court of everything.
You named your horse Glue. That's amazing.
Holy shit. Oh, that's fantastic.
I wonder how big your posse can be in this.
I hear it can be huge.
Huge posse.
Huge. The hugest.
You like a small posse? You want to keep it tight. I get it.
Clean and personal.
This is amazing.
Do you guys all shave, Fluffy? Do you make sure it's clean shaven?
Oh man, this is terrible, and I love it.
Oh god.
I'm leaving it in for YouTube because I'm lazy too.
This is awful. It's great, but it's
Yep.
fucking awful, but it's fucking great.
I love it.
So much.
We need to
so
make
much
this a
banter.
thing from now on. The Bads post show.
Post show.
Just hang out for a little bit.
Well, last few weeks, man, I've had raid dates, and of course they went nowhere. Everybody who said they're going to be on, it's like, oh yeah, I said I was going to. Nah, I wanted to go out and drink instead. Oh, great.
Nice. Oh man.
Oh.
Oh my god. This chat. As soon as Nikki shows up, every single time. As soon as she shows up. It's not even necessarily her fault, but it just happens that way.
Surfboard tear? Oh boy.
Yeah, what do you have to do to a surfboard?
Oh, it's entirely too funny.
Blame
Yes,
Fluffy?
hashtag blame Fluffy. I like that. I like that.
Apparently Nikki missed the part where I said it's not necessarily her fault.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I feel like I'm glad the chat's scrolling on the screen so people can read this.
Oh yeah, this will be in the YouTube video too. For
That's
sure.
fantastic. Holy shit, it's funny.
I don't know how many views those get because I don't look, but I put it
probably
there.
some. Who knows?
Yeah.
It's funny. I was actually talking to a couple of guys in my clan.
Oh shit.
Irish actually wants to come. Oh my god.
Fluffy, you should change your name. Rebrand Famous Fingers MD.
Oh, that's awesome.
There we go. That's the thing. Famous Fingers.
Yes. Waxed Posse MD. Oh, surf style. That's even funny. Oh my god.
Oh man.
Oh man, I was talking to a couple guys in my clan last week, and they're like, "Wait, you're on a podcast?" Like, yeah, and they're like, "Are you famous?"
Are you famous?
Like,
Famous
no.
for like 100 people.
Yeah, like maybe we get 20 people who know who I am, and then everybody else is like, "Yeah, I know he's on that thing."
Yeah. Well, now they're talking about swimming.
Mm,
I still like Famous Fingers. It's
that's
subtle.
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
Famous in
Famous in
Fluffy's
my
book.
That must be a short book, Fluff. If I'm on the list, shit, I don't even do as much as Steve and Ben. I just like show up and talk. That's pretty much it. Which, to be fair, is exactly what I was told I would have to do when we started this. So
Yeah.
that's not my fault, man. We have shit internet here and shittier internet options.
Yeah.
There's people in like other cities that you never even expect that get like 100K up and down. I think the max I can get is 60 something. It's like $120 a month. I'm like, yeah, I'm not made of money. Sorry. Looks like I'm not streaming anything. Sad face.
Yeah. So, geez, Ben. Wonder how long
probably
this is
went
going
up-
to take. He's probably
he
messing with OBS right now.
Oh, see, I thought maybe Iris woke up and he
Or
has to
that.
go back down. Because that's happened a bunch of times as far as like the child life goes.
Yeah.
Doing something. Like, I think it was the other day I had my son down for a nap and I'm like, oh man, maybe I can knock out a few things in Destiny. The second it boots up, he
Oh.
like snaps open. There he is.
All right. We're raiding Ben. Oh my god. All right, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out. We'll catch y'all next time. Peace out.
Later, guys.